match day one has ended, and I have my colleagues here with me. Let's just do 5 minutes analysis of the game. Let me start off with Terry. Terry, your general assessment of the game and the way forward for RTU.
I think it was a great game for both teams, especially Samartex. Their very first match in the Ghana Premier League, they had a point away from home at one of the difficult ones in Temali. So I think on their aspect, they did a very good job. But as for RTU, a new manager, new set of players, we have gotten some new addition and new manager. I want to watch him for the second match to see what is on board. But per what I saw today, RTU have to beef up their squad. They have to improve on their play. There should be a teamwork. Because in football, if you don't have the play but you have teamwork, you can go far. There was a missed penalty by their captain. It's part of the football, it's part of the game. But I think that I was blaming them. But having watched the pitch, I'm beginning to believe that it was a factor that RTU couldn't play, because if you look at the grass, I'm very surprised that RTU are playing inside this kind of grass. I don't know whether there was nobody to actually trim the grass. And any player will tell you that this kind of pitch is not good for football. I'm not saying that the pitch is not good, but the level of the grass is not good for Premier League football. And I think the manager have to do something about that pitch. But as Samartex, 1 point is good for them. But RTU have to look into the general transfer. They need the center midfielder. They need a very good attacker. That is a typical number 9. And with that, I think they can do something.
All right, Mugis, what can you also say about the game today?
I think many people are forgetting the fact that Real Tamale United did not start training early during pre-season. You remember that pre-season began and Real Tamale United players were still agitating over some financial issues that they had with the club. The players agreed to come back to training some 2 weeks or 3 weeks into pre-season, and it has really affected the club. And you also realize that there was still some back and forth between Real Tamale United and then coach Shaibu. It was during the latter part of the pre-season that coach Shaibu and Real Tamale United could not come to a consensus, and that resulted in the coach exiting the team. And now they have appointed a new coach in coach Bawa. He has just come. He's trying to inject his philosophy into Real Tamale United, and you could see that this is the first game of the betPawa Premier League, and he has not seen it easy. So it's a wake-up call for him and his technical team to actually put up their best, because Real Tamale United's coaching job, to me, is one of the hot seats you can find in Ghana. If you don't perform well, the fans will definitely come after you. And you realize that the fans were here in their numbers. They were indeed expecting nothing but the 3 maximum points. But at the end of the day, the team, during the first department of the game, I didn't see much of Real Tamale United. They were still finding their rhythm in the game. And this is just typically first game of the season for teams. So I could pardon them for that. But during the second department of the game, the team was able to find their rhythm and they were coming into the game. They squandered a lot of goal scoring opportunities. If they had successfully converted those chances, Real Tamale United will have been laughing by now, because the 3 maximum points will have been theirs. In our interview with coach Bawa, he said, according to him, tactically, what he saw in the field of play, it wasn't an entirely a bad performance for his team, that is Real Tamale United. And he's expecting that going forward into the subsequent matches, he and his technical team will be able to assemble the players, talk to them, and strategize in such a way that they can be able to win the next couple of games that will come their way. I agree perfectly with my brother Abdul Shaibu. There is no much difference in terms of the playing body. Those who played for Real Tamale United during last season, and those 90% of those who played for Real Tamale United were also in the setup today. So the coach needs to identify certain caliber of players that he will need in the team to ensure that always when they are playing, they will be able to emerge victorious. I think players like Sadat, they were absent, and I'm told it is due to 1 or 2 reasons. But very soon, if those players are also back into the setup, it is going to be a good news to Real Tamale United. And finally, you talk of Abdul Manaf. He has just signed for Real Tamale United from Accra, Suffolk, and everybody was quite impressed with his display in the field of play. Even you realize that fans in the stands at a point were giving him standing ovation, clapping for him due to the way he was distributing his passes, his calm nature in the field of play. So it's just a matter of the players gelling together in the subsequent matches, and I think not entirely the fans seeing Real Tamale United winning all matches, but at least home matches, the 3 maximum points can always be that of Real Tamale United.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.